Hello everybody, good morning. It is the morning of the Birmingham video game market. I think it's 7 o'clock in the morning, so a bit of an early start. I'm going to get myself a little cup of tea, hit the road. Got about 2 hours 10 minutes in front of me. It's at a new venue this year, so well, I've never been to them. Nottingham's the only market I've ever been to, but yeah, it's a new venue, so you know it's new for everybody. But hopefully I'll be able to get parking space when I get there, because I don't want that stress after driving two and a bit hours. I don't want the stress of having to park. But yeah, dead excited to meet up with some people and buy some video games, more importantly. Project Reality, of course, is going to be top of the agenda, so I'm hoping to add maybe a good 10 titles, and yeah, let's just see what's about, pick up some nice things. So yeah, let's go.
Nick LaBear Games.
And this was Birmingham Market, which was being held at the New Bingley Hall for the first time, and I have to say the venue was great. Really spacious, well laid out. Yeah, you still had to get the old elbows out when you were approaching a stall, but speaking to a few people on the day, it was generally agreed to be one of the better venues for a video game market. So yeah, great job in securing that as the new venue. All the usual suspects were stalling, and there was an abundance of video games, toys, and of course your typical Etsy fare. Thankfully there was plenty of N64 loose carts, and I was able to make quite the dent into the full N64 PAL set.
Well, it was warm in there. Venue was really good, to be fair. Just about to prepare now for 2-hour drive home, but I'm really happy with the stuff I got, so can't wait to go through that with you, show you all the pickups and give you my thoughts on today's market. Had a great time, nice conversations with a few people that I met. They were all out in force today, so yeah, good stuff. I'll catch you up in a bit.
Birmingham Market was perhaps the most money I've dropped in one single event on video games. I spent a fair bit, to be fair, on stuff that actually, as somebody who's got nearly 1,000 games, I should probably have some of these games already. But there's a lot to get through, so I'm going to go through these quick. First and foremost, I picked up Saints Row on the PlayStation 5, the boxed version. The only annoying thing with this is there's nothing on the spine. Even just like a PlayStation 5 logo, something like that would make it display better. It looks just very generic. It could be anything. This was £10 it cost me. It comes with a sealed copy of the game. Not sure if I will open it because, yeah, I'd like to say I'd play it, but I've got so much other things that it probably won't get a look in. But it also comes with a bandana as well, which I probably will keep sealed. Won't try that on. But yeah, nice little touch, I suppose, for £10. Probably overpaid. I did see an eBay listing of these. They had like 100 or so for a crazy cheap price, so they are very abundant. They're not rare at all. But yeah, it's a bit of cardboard, and I suppose it looks a bit more unique next to all the other PlayStation 5 games. I think that was the only sort of modern-ish title I bought, because if I'm going to a video game market, I'm bringing retro back. Yep. And retro is certainly where we go to next. I picked up a Mega Drive controller. This was, I can't remember, I think I paid maybe 8, or did I get it down to 5? It was in one of the bins that they keep under some of the stalls. I had to dig through, and I wanted to pick this up because I don't actually own a Mega Drive. I play my Mega Drive games on a Retron 5, so being able to plug in an actual controller, brilliant. Moving on, we'll stick with hardware, and I I've seen these things all over TikTok. I've seen them at markets before. I jumped in and bought the R36S, the R36S handheld system, which is supposed to play PlayStation, N64, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Game Boy Advance, and all in one system. I got the clear purple version to match my N64, and I paid £70 for that one. And if I'd have filmed this section just after the market, I'd have been very happy with that. Being hands-on with it for a few months now, yeah, I don't think I would drop that kind of money again. Is it something that I might move on in the future? I think so. I've been on holiday once and taken it with me, and it did keep me entertained for a few hours. The trouble is, with any emulation system, some of the ROMs are going to work really well, some of them not so much. The N64 stuff runs so poorly it's unplayable. Some of the PlayStation stuff is okay. Everything below that, sort of 16-bit, looks good, plays well. But I like collecting those sort of systems as well, so yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to get the play it deserves, and I'm not sure if it's really something I should keep in the collection. I may well move it on in the future, but yeah, I got suckered in. You see them there, all backlit, looking good, playing games. You're like, wow, yeah, maybe I could go for one of them, and I did. So let's move on before I get too depressed. And we'll move on to Game Boy pickups. Now, I've actually been on the ball, but I haven't. I don't know why I'm saying that. I've not been on the ball because it's been like 3 months since the event, and I'm saying like, I'm on the ball. I got these games boxed and printed out because I make custom covers and that. I picked up some Game Boy games. They are boxed. We've got Tetris, the original Tetris. Like I say, Glaring Emission. What a great game. And I actually quite like the artwork. That will go up onto my Game Boy section at the top back there. We also added 2 of the Game & Watch Gallery games. Again, first party Nintendo, sort of essentials, and I picked these up early in the market. Very good price. Really happy. Enjoying my Game Boy collecting at the moment, and like I say, with a Retron 5, you can play it on the big telly, record it, all that good stuff. Happy days. We're going to move now to Super Nintendo. Again, 2 very common titles. Super Tennis. Again though, cheap. Bought cheap. I'm not a big tennis fan, but this one is supposed to be quite good fun. And absolute classic Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Super Nintendo. I think £10 paid for this one. The car is actually, it's not in bad condition, bit of yellowing, but the sticker is good. I'm not a big fighting guy, like Tekken has always been my bag. This is sort of a bit before my time, but I am actually going to give this a go and see if it can get me into the Street Fighter series, because yeah, like I say, Tekken has always been the go-to for me, and then maybe a little bit of Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter has always been on the back burner, but let's see if it can draw me in. They were the only Super Nintendo pickups I got for the day. I got 2 absolute stellar Mega Drive games. We're going to start with Golden Axe. Now, Golden Axe is one I've been looking for loose. To clarify, I buy all my games loose, box them up for cartridge-based systems. So I was looking for a loose Golden Axe cart for a long time in CEXs. Even on this market, yeah, I was looking for one. Couldn't find one. There was a small stall at the back that was mainly selling like toys and stuff, and he didn't have a lot of games out, but Golden Axe was one of the carts he had out, and I think I paid £5 for it, so yeah, really happy with that, and I'm definitely going to be playing one. That's high up on the backlog, as so is Streets of Rage 2. This actually came to me boxed. I have the original box, but to fit it in with all the other games I have in the collection, I've boxed it up myself. Streets of Rage. Now I have the first one. I think I am on the lookout for Streets of Rage 4, the newer one. Streets of Rage 3 might be difficult because it is an expensive one. This is a franchise and series I really want to play through and not just give it a go. I want to complete these games. Like I say, there are lots and lots of games from the past I should have played, I should have completed. Streets of Rage is way up there as one of those. So yes, happy to pick that up. I even got a Ghetto Gang discount on that one. Managed to knock down from 25 to 20, which is fair price. I was happy. Let's move on now to Project Reality. It's still going strong, and I'm pleased to say at the Birmingham market I put a big dent, spitting, getting excited. It's Nintendo 64, what is not to love about it? I put a big dent into some of the cheaper titles for the Nintendo 64, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a nice round 10, and we will fly through these. I didn't pick up, there wasn't anything too expensive. I think maybe £20 paid was the most I went to on any individual cartridge. We'll fly through these. Michael Owen, World League Soccer 2000. Love my old football games, but that's probably not a good one. Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside. Another NBA game, NBA Live 99. Sticking with the tennis, we got All-Star Tennis 99. Premier Manager 64. So as you can see, a lot of sports titles, but when you're going for the full set, you need them all. GT64 Eraser, that might get a bit of play. Could be the end video gameplay, let's see. Armorines Project Swarm. Looks interesting. Looks like you're fighting bugs. Could be a bit like a Starship Troopers kind of look. An early sort of... What's that game that's like Starship Troopers? Helldivers, is it? Is it Helldivers? Yeah, Helldivers 2. Might be like an early adopter of that sort of thing. This one's always intrigued me. Biofreaks. Love the artwork on that one. I think, is this like a fighter, this one? I'm not sure. I need to play through these games. This is the trouble. I don't play enough games. I buy loads. Need to play them. Mario Golf, you can't go wrong with that, can you? Again, another strong contender for end of video gameplay. I think, yeah, when I said £20, that was £20. That was one I went... It's not expensive, is it? And then, last but not least, Iggy's Wrecking Ball. Again, 10 N64 games added, all boxed up, ready to hit the wall of 64. So yeah, I was so happy. It's such a nice feeling when I go to these markets and I've got my backpack on, and as I'm walking, I can hear that beautiful little rattle of plastic on plastic as those loose carts not bang together. I don't want to damage them, but yeah. Anyway, N64, big dent, 10 off the list. So happy to have done that. And another big sort of collecting avenue for me at the minute is Nintendo Switch. Switch 2 is out. I'm not an early adopter. I will get one later down the line when the library is a bit better. But for now, I'm happy to pick off those original Switch games. And I picked 4 up on the day. For some pretty good prices. I got No More Heroes 3. I think I have the first one on the Wii. I don't have the second one. So, yeah, will I get round to playing this? Probably only after... Can't get any words out. I will only play that after I've played the first 2, because I kind of like that sometimes. I've got OCD with sequels. It's like, no, gotta start from the beginning. The amount of times I've said to myself, I'm going to play all the Assassin's Creed games. And I'm like, I really want to play the new one, but first I've got to play the first 14 before I get there. And I get to like game 4, done, never get there. So really I should change that habit, but let me know, are you like that? Okay, let's move on anyway. Killer Frequency is the next one. This was quite cheap, I think. I think it was less than £10 paid.
Killer Frequency is a 2023 first-person horror adventure game developed by Team 17. This one sees the player take on the role of a small-town radio DJ who unwittingly finds himself at the centre of a serial killer's rampage. Throughout the game, the players must take calls from survivors, solve numerous puzzles, and help them escape from the killer's path. Every action and decision can mean life or death for the local residents. It's also set in the 1980s and it's got that real nostalgic 80s vibe to it, and it was generally well received with a Metacritic score of 82%. Very happy to add this to the collection, and one I'm hoping to play fairly soon.
Arise, A Simple Story. Now, I've seen a few people playing this online. It's fairly short, but it's supposed to be quite moving, and I've had a listen to the soundtrack. The soundtrack is good. Yeah, I'm happy to give this a go. This will probably be the next game I play, I would say. I got a really good deal on that, actually. Got that for less than 20, which I think at the time it was £20 on Amazon. And then to round off the Switch collecting, we have Tanuki Justice, which is like a beat 'em up, I think, where you're sort of animal ninjas. What's not to like about that? So never provoke a Tanuki. I don't know what a Tanuki is. Play with a brother and sister Tanuki, fight enemies by hundreds. Okay, during the feudal Japan time, with diverse environments and all kind of landscapes, some retro musics, a constant action reminding good old school arcade games. I tell you what, the translation on the back of the box is absolutely hilarious. It's poor English, but I'm getting tired. Sent me to sleep. Tanuki Justice, again, that'll be one that just sort of gets thrown on in a moment of madness, and I'll probably end up loving it. Okay, right, let's get serious now. I'm very happy with the haul I got on the day. I've added Switch, I've added Mega Drive, I've put a big dent into N64, we got some Super Nintendo, I even got a PlayStation 5 game, I got a handheld console, which, not too fussed about. Great, nice bundle, nothing special, nothing really nostalgic to me, nothing, let's say the word grail-like for me, but I'm pleased to say I picked up some grails for me. They're not grails overall in the terms of video game collecting, but for me personally, these are personal grails. Games I thought that, oh yeah, I'd love to own them, but I thought it would be a long way off. I thought I'd never get round to getting them as soon as I have, and I'm pleased to say that I added both Zelda and Zelda 2 for the NES. Now, I'm a big Zelda fan. I've played these games before on the various collections, on the Nintendo online store, but to own them physically, to be able to play them as they were intended to be played using my Retron 5, phenomenal. Now, I picked up the first Zelda for £60 loose. This one was actually boxed, Zelda 2. As you can see here, I've put the box separate into a box protector. The box protectors didn't come with, but that's kind of a little beat up. But yeah, very happy to have that boxed as a set. But I thought it's going to look a bit odd now because the first game isn't boxed. I had a little look on eBay. I tell you, for an original Zelda 1 box, they're talking more money than I wanted to spend. And to be honest, I went repro. I got a repro box for the first game, but it serves the purpose. It's for display. It just makes it symmetrical when I display these side by side. I actually spent more on that than I wanted to. They're not cheap. But yes, grails. Personal grails, and in a way they're better than actual grails. Do I want to spend hundreds of pounds on games that aren't good, but they're very rare? Or do I want to spend hard-earned money on games I love and thought, good God, I never knew I'd own that. Absolutely so happy with these. These are the highlight of my day, apart from the conversations I had with the lovely people I met there. Had a great conversation with Tony from Whizbits Random Gaming. Check him out on YouTube. Lovely guy. Looking forward to meeting him again in future. Also, as always, Callum from the Retro Ghetto was there with the Ghetto Gang, having to meet them and have some conversations with them really lifts the day. It's not just all about going to buy, it's about meeting people and having a good time. And I know they all went for a coffee afterwards. Unfortunately for me, it's a 2-hour drive, so I had to make hay, and even just stay in for an extra half an hour for a coffee would be the difference between me getting home at a reasonable time and missing my daughter going to bed. So yes, I had to make way. But hopefully I will see those guys again in future. Those were my pickups from Birmingham. Now we need to decide, what shall we play for the end of video gameplay? There's options. There is options. Okay, I've narrowed down the shortlist for end of video gameplay to these 4 games. I do think we can be a bit N64 heavy on the channel, and even though I would like to give this game a go, I think Mario Golf is out for now. So now it's a case of, do I embarrass myself showing you how bad I am at fighters, side-scrolling beat-em-ups, or Game Boy games? Decisions. Okay, well, Street Fighter 2, yeah, it's a much beloved game. I am going to embarrass myself on that. So that is out. That is out. Nobody needs to see that. So yeah, Tanuki Justice or Game & Watch Gallery 2. I think we're going to go for Tanuki Justice. It will just look better. It's a Switch game, and it's about time we had some HD gaming on this channel instead of the muddy N64 that we have had. Let's jump into Tanuki Justice. I don't know why I'm trying to pick it up. It's Tanuki Justice. Here we go. Righty-o, so today's end of video gameplay comes from Tanuki Justice. Let's jump in. Normal, hard, or insane? I think we're going normal. Oh, special attack there. Well, kind of wasted that. There we go. Silly birds. Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely using a special on that guy. Oh. Ah. Oh god, this is quite tricky. Ah. Avoid. If you get too close, you are going to get hit. Yeah. This game is fast. It's furious. And it may wow. Cannot take unnecessary damage like that. And like that. What is this? I've got one more hit and I'm dead again. Yeah, that's the thing with those guys. Don't get greedy with those guys. Right, this is it. Oh no. Oh god. Tanuki Justice is kicking my ass. So we've got a little power up there, which... the stars go a bit further. And we've also got the special shot as well now. But with this power up, this is it. This is better. Almost. Oh, took an unnecessary hit there, but... Could get another one of those power-ups. There we go. Oh god. Good. Okay, so we've got a special. We still have the power up, and that power up is good. I don't know how to get it there. We'll just leave it up there. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Okay. So I can't go that way, I don't think. Yeah, I have a shield, but how am I supposed to? Ah, we do have a double jump. I'm just being a bit silly. Okay, this is better. I forgot we had the shield, I just had that taken off this. Nice. Okay. Oh, look at this fella. Oh God. Yeah, I thought that was coming. Ah, tricky. Tough, tough, tough. Oh, it starts you right at the beginning. Of course it does. Okay, are we locked in? There's my shield gone. I don't think we are locked in. No! To take such needless hits right before the boss. How to... One last go. Alright, come on, sitting forward. Okay. Oh my God, look at the amount of enemies. Look at the amount of enemies on, look at the amount of cats on screen. No, you've got to be so on it. That gets crazy at the end. I'll be honest, guys, I don't think I can do this. So, on this occasion, I'm going to admit defeat. Tanuki Justice has beat me for now. But I can't say I didn't have fun with it because I did, and I kept wanting to play, have one more go, one more go. I'm not going to say I'm going to complete that game, but I'm going to try to progress with that as much as I can. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. A subscribe and a share is always nice. I've been Mick LaBear, this has been Mick LaBear Games, and hopefully I will see you next week. Goodbye.